Hey everybody. Well, it has been a pretty darn good Sunday. Just got back from flying. Got the flying machine up in the air, and I forgot how awesome these things are. I mean, it's I wouldn't say it's an enjoyable ride, but you know, if you just want to go up and rip hell for a while, you can't pick a better airplane. Almost was not able to fly it, and I'm going to talk about that for a second. Something everybody should do. It doesn't matter what you fly, what type of radio equipment you fly. This is something that everybody should do. I've been doing it for years, and it has saved me airplanes and saved me wasted trips to the flying field. So, before I fly, when I have everything in the basement getting ready to go, I like to turn the radio on, get the airplane on, make sure everything works, and just do a quick pre-flight. And went to do that this morning, or earlier this afternoon with the flying machine, and sure enough, the rudder didn't work. So I started troubleshooting, doing the obvious first. Check the servo in a different port in the receiver. Servo was working fine. Had a hard time believing I had a bad port in the receiver, so I tried mixing the rudder with channel 7, doing a master and a slave setup, and it still wouldn't work. So that narrows it down to a transmitter problem. So I took the back off the transmitter, and sure enough, the one of the wires broke. Not sure how it happened or why it happened, but it did. So needless to say, I got the soldering iron out, fixed the wire up, and everything was good to go. But that could have been a wasted trip to the field right there. Other than that, it flew fantastic. Put 2 quick flights on it. I was out there all by myself, so I was getting kind of bored. Oh man, the smell of glow fuel and Windex on your hands. Ooh, what a good smell. You just don't get that with anything else. With electric, you get zero satisfaction. With gas, it smells like you just got done mowing your yard. But with glow, that's just a great smell. So, yep, flying machine flies like a flying machine. Awesome. Oh man. Let's scoot this aside for a minute. I didn't get too much work done on the Chipmunk last week because I purchased yet another airplane. Like I need more. So this is the VQ / Legend Hobby, whatever you want to call it. It's the 80-inch Bearcat. This belonged to my buddy Dave. There's a video kind of late in the season last year getting this thing in the air. I did the maiden flight on it, and really I'm the only one that has flown it. Dave took the sticks a couple times just to get a feel for the airplane, but it was so late in the season that we just never really got to fly it very much. So I'm the only one that's taken it up and brought it down. And I really liked it. It's a good flying airplane. But Dave is really big into the EDF jets, which is cool. He was starting to venture into some gas stuff, and just decided that's not where his passion's at in the hobby, which, is what it is. Everybody's got their own thing that they like. So he offered this to me for a pretty darn good deal, considering it's basically a brand new airplane. It's got a Valley View RC35 in it. Probably kind of hard to see, but flies it quite well. It's definitely not a powerhouse by any means, but it's not underpowered either. It flies it just right. Good flying airplane. Electric gear. Not a fan of electric gear, but we'll see how these hold up. All I've really done to it, besides reprogramming it into my transmitter, is I took a lot of the ARF out of it, because I don't like the way ARFs are set up. I don't like anything about them, so I redid a lot of things. Put on the gear covers. Once again, I did it my way, not the way that the book shows, because the way that the book shows, yeah, they wouldn't last very long. So yeah, got that going. That's pretty cool. We'll get back to that. Also, I got down the Stick It Fun Fly model, and decided to get that ready to go. Which really just entailed putting a throttle servo in it, getting everything programmed. So you can see there's a push rod that just pokes into the wing, and there's a throttle servo back there somewhere. But up top, might be kind of hard to see, there's a hatch up here that's removable, so I can put the battery pack in there. So I had to build that, get that secured, and this is ready to go, just waiting on a fuel tank. Boy, that really seems to happen a lot. I'm always waiting on fuel tanks. But yeah, ready to go. I'm sure somebody will point this out. You know, what the hell is that? Yep, I'm flying this on 72 megahertz. Got an old Futaba T6AX transmitter. Figured, why not? So yeah, we'll get that up in the air pretty soon. What a good day. Oh man. Alright. What everybody's been waiting for. Hold on. I really love this whatever the hell you want to call it that I made for this. It makes it really easy to move around. So, been pretty busy on the Chipmunk. Basically, the way it is sitting right now, if I put gas in it and put the batteries in, it's going in the air. It's not exactly finished. After putting a lot of man hours in that cowl, I got it all painted. Vinyl's put on. It's not cleared yet. I still have to clear it. I got the red pretty close. This kind of just, the red on the cowl's just maybe a little bit brighter. But once I put the clear on there, I think it's going to tone it down a little bit. But honestly, I'm not worried about it. That's not bad at all. It was kind of a bear getting the angle of the stripes right, or should I say the same on both sides, because you know, there's no markings or anything on the cowl where they're supposed to go, so you just kind of, you know, bite your tongue and go for it. But it turned out really nice. I think I got the lines nice and even on both sides, so yeah, that turned out really good. Of course, this is all vinyl right here. This is going to get cleared over, then the whole cowl will get wet sanded, then buffed and polished, and that'll be good to go. So when I clear this, at the same time I'm going to go ahead and paint the border around the canopy. As you see here, I opted not to paint this for two reasons. One, because it might be kind of hard to see, but you can see it dips in, because it's supposed to be a frame. So that'd be kind of a bear to mask that off and get it to look just right. I mean, it wouldn't be difficult. I just decided to do it a different way. And it may not be easy to see on camera, but you can see that there's two pieces of vinyl in here. I put a piece on the back side first, and then overlapped a piece on the front, which gives it a line kind of down the center. So the reason for doing that, because one, I'm too lazy to mask this off and paint it, but two, the way this canopy would work as far as the full scale is this is stationary. The front part, the windshield, is stationary, and the rear part of the canopy slides open, and that's how the pilot gets in and out. So up here is where the two come together. So having two pieces of separate vinyl in here and leaving that kind of a line in the middle makes it look like it separates. So in a way, it kind of makes it look a little bit more scale. At least that's what I'm going with. Once again, I'm using my laziness as an excuse for scale accuracy. How about that? But yeah, all I need to do yet is mask off around everything, mask my border, and get it painted. So that shouldn't be too difficult. Friday evening's task, trying to find a good angle here, is I built the trim tabs on the ailerons. Now on the Chipmunk, at least Art Scholl's versions of the Chipmunk, he had externally mounted aileron trim tabs. So as you can see, they are very noticeably not integrated into the aileron. Where normally a trim tab would be a section of the aileron that is movable you know, at a separate point from the rest of the aileron, where on this version it's an extension of the aileron. So I put those on. They look really nice. Not only does it kind of add to the character of the airplane, but these are also going to be functional. Might be kind of hard to see, but this one over here is actually angled slightly down, or it's actually following the contour of the top of the wing and the top of the aileron. And this one here is angled slightly up, where it's actually following the contour of the bottom of the wing and the bottom of the aileron. So basically I have some left aileron trim for the tabs. And I did that because I don't really want to get into it, but I have a feeling it's going to be necessary. I hope it's not. I hope I can take these off and just straighten them out. They're just held on there with clear vinyl. So if this becomes not necessary, I can just take the vinyl off, straighten them out, and put them right back on. But I have a feeling that they're going to be needed. So that's where we're at. This is a Falcon 24-8 that I just had laying around. I still haven't checked the specs to see what this engine requires. I'm hoping this will be a good prop for it because I have it. But I want an 8-pitch prop. I don't want a heavily pitched anything because I don't want this to be a fast airplane. I don't want speed. Because even the full scale was not very fast. Other than that, it's coming along really well. I mean, we're on the home stretch. I mean, like I said, if I threw batteries in it and grabbed my gas can, we could go out and fly it right now. Might be kind of hard to see, but I made a whoopsie right here, where I had to mask this off and repaint it, and it's still, once I clear it, it won't be noticeable. But yeah, made a boo-boo right there when I did the white. I sprayed the red yesterday morning, and then this morning I added the white pinstripe, and that all turned out really nice. I like it when that kind of stuff all comes together. This little hole right here is for the fuel dot. I don't think that's the scale location for it. I think on the full scale, it actually, the fuel cap, I believe, was up here. I could be mistaken. I can't remember right offhand. But I put it here just because I like that. And I got a nice clean exit area for the fuel vent line. It mounts. I have a brass tube mounted into a block up here, and the fuel tubing is attached kind of up there. So a nice clean area for the fuel to dump and for vent. And because this is all going to be cleared, you know, that gas residue isn't going to hurt anything. Same with the exhaust. This will be very, very protected. And even if it does kind of discolor a little bit, I don't care. You know, that's where the exhaust comes out. You can't expect, you know, those areas to be pristine and pretty all the time. Boy, it looks nice, doesn't it? I really wish I didn't have to do all this, but no big deal. It's all on the bottom anyway. So, trying to think of anything else to go over. I think that's about it. Yeah. The more I keep, you know, working on it and looking at it, I'm not going to say I'm not happy with it, but it better fly good. The wings are the only thing I'm really not pleased with. I don't know. Probably a lot of things I'm just overlooking, overanalyzing, but just very, very concerning about the shape and the airfoil. The way the wings are tapered as far as the washout is, it doesn't make sense to me. But, you know, there's 1,000,001 different types of airfoil and wing designs out there. I don't know what this is considered, so I'm just kind of hoping everything works out. I mean, I'm not an aircraft designer by any means, so all I can say is I built it the way it's supposed to. So hopefully it flies. If not, it's going to be very, very disheartening. But it should go well. Let's see. The only other thing is, you notice I got a little bit of a gapitis right here. The wing tube is still a touch too long. I got to trim it down a little bit to get it to fit in there. Other than that, it's there. It is right there. I mean, considering it's only taken what, 4 months to build this airplane. I mean, this is a scale airplane. This isn't your everyday 4-star 40 or Tiger 60 type build. This is a pretty in-depth and intense airplane to build. So hopefully the payoff is good. That's what I'm banking on. So for now, I'm planning on getting it cleared and getting the canopy painted probably midweek this week, because I gotta let this red set up for a little while longer. Right now it's dry to the touch, but if I really kind of hit it with my nail, or it'd still mark up pretty good. In fact, I just scratched it just now. Oh well, that's why we're putting a clear on it. The white, since I painted that a couple weeks ago, that's solid. I really don't have to clear this, but I'm going to. And hopefully those colors will blend a little bit better. A little bit better. It's not bad. It really isn't bad. And being under LED / fluorescent style lights, I mean, it's going to show every little imperfections. So as long as it's close, that's all I care. I mean, there's professional companies out there that have a hard time matching monocoat. And depending on the run of monocoat you get, the monocoat might be a different color. So this color red may match, my Goldberg perfect, but it'd be slightly off on this one. I mean, who knows? So let's end it here. Honestly, I'm not in a big hurry to fly it. I'm really not. Once everything is ready to go, my trailer's still excuse me. My trailer's still full of all the patio equipment for outside, so I couldn't take it out and fly it even if I wanted to, because I don't think the fuselage will fit in the truck. But I'm not in a hurry, to be honest with you. I got so many other planes to fly. The P-40's ready to go. Of course, I got the new Bearcat, and 10 million other airplanes, but I don't know. It's not, the bug is not really biting me to get this thing in the air. So shooting for next month. I doubt I'm going to fly it this month, so shooting for next month, maybe even May. We'll see. I don't know. All right. See y'all later.